Let's talk about sleep. How do we support a good night's sleep with breath work? Well, by one or two very simple breathwork practices. One involving a very restorative yoga pose called legs up the wall. So we are going to practice legs up the wall, and I will talk you through your breath work while you're in this position. This is going to take a little bit of practice, a little bit of adjusting and finding a comfortable position for you. I will demonstrate the legs up the wall, but what you're going to want to have to hand is your yoga mat, possibly a cushion for your head, possibly a cushion for your bottom, just to raise your bottom and your hips off the floor, possibly something for your knees, anything that's going to make you feel comfortable in this position. It's different for everyone. It's individual comfort. So just having things to hand, bolsters, pillows, blanket, making sure you have some nice thick socks on for this exercise, because everything will start to fall, everything will start to drop, heart rate, blood pressure, pulse rate. So as the body starts to cool and everything starts to fall, you may obviously find that your body drops in temperature. So you might want a blanket and some socks to hand. So once you're in that position, I will talk you through some nice relaxing belly breaths to support you in this position. And this can really encourage a good night's sleep. So first we'll start with some what we call 4-7-8 breathing. This is a very tranquilizing breath. So please don't practice 4-7-8 breathing if you are due to drive or to travel anywhere, if you're operating machinery. 4-7-8 breath is a tranquilizing breath. So please only practice that when you have time, space, safe space to relax, to switch off, to feel much more sedate. So again, just finding a comfortable position for now before we come into legs up the wall position. Just a comfortable position for you to practice 4 rounds of 4-7-8 breathing. So what we're looking for here is to breathe into a count of 4, hold for a count of 7, and breathe out to a count of 8. I can just about make the count of 8. Find a place that's comfortable for you. So always breathing into a count of 4 through the nose, holding as best as you can for a count of 7, but if you can only make it to 5 or 6 comfortably, that's fine. Breathing out for as long as you possibly can up to a count of 8. But again, if you can only comfortably make it to 6 or 7, that's where you that's what you aim for. Okay, so what is comfortable for you? But again, let's practice that, another round of that. So breathing in to a count of 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, breathing out through the nose, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, breathing in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, breathing out softly, evenly, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Excellent. If you find it easier on that out breath to perhaps just have slightly parted lips, so lips barely touching on the out breath, gently blowing that breath out. Just try that, see if that's more comfortable for you. Try that now. So breathing in through the nose, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, out through slightly open lips, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sometimes I find that a bit more comfortable to breathe out through slightly parted lips, lips barely touching, slowly blowing that breath out. Excellent. So we never want more than 4 or 5 rounds of the tranquilizing breath, and then you're ready to go into your legs up the wall position. So what we're trying to achieve here, if it is comfortable for you, is bringing your yoga mat up to the wall. So finding yourself a wall that's free of clutter or furniture, picture frames. Don't want any accidents here. So just a free piece of wall. I've got a very slim piece of wall behind me here. And what I'm going to demonstrate here is that you want to be lying on your back, knees bent, and then you're going to wriggle yourself towards the wall. So bottom up against the wall, up against the skirting, as bottom as close to the wall as possible. And then you're going to walk your feet up the wall so that you end up in an L shape, right angle to the wall. Legs up the wall, back on the floor, bottom up against the wall, against the skirting. However, if that's not terribly comfortable for you, you can move your bottom, just experiment with that, moving your bottom away from the wall slightly, bending your knees slightly, maybe having a cushion or a bolster under your bottom, under your hips, just to raise those up, perhaps having a cushion under your head for comfort. But the basics of it, I will just demonstrate now what that will look like, and then finding yourself in a comfortable position before we start, and I'll talk you through that breath exercise. Again, hands, arms and hands wherever are comfortable for you, but probably what I would recommend is the self-holding technique, because this is very soothing for the nervous system and releases oxytocin. When we place a hand lightly here on our chest, perhaps one lightly here on the forehead, or one lightly here on the belly. This is very reassuring, very soothing for the nervous system. Or one that I usually prefer after a long hard day is actually I have my arms away from the body, so I'm opening the chest up, finding it easier to take that full breath. So arms away from the body, outstretched. But it depends what you're needing at the end of your day. If it's been a tough day, if you're feeling still full of anxiety, worry, busy mind, then I would suggest the self-holding here or here. But if you just want to take that deeper, fuller breath, if you want to be open to your experience, perhaps if you've had a lot on your shoulders that day, that kind of weight, emotional weight, you might just want to open the arms wide, whatever is comfortable for you. So I'm just going to face my wall now. I have my yoga mat down on the floor here. Bringing my bottom up to the wall. I'm going to lie on my back now. And just going to wriggle my bottom towards the wall. Knees bent. And just walking my feet up the wall here, like this. Resting my heels on the wall. And this is actually very comfortable for me. And today, I think sort of day I've had, I'm actually going to go for the self-holding position. So one hand lightly on my chest and one hand lightly on the belly. So finding the right position for you. Remember, thick socks, a blanket, pillows, bolsters. If this restorative yoga pose is just too uncomfortable for you, then you can always actually take that lower. So you can simply rest your legs on a chair or on the bed, so that you find yourself in an L shape, but actually your knees will be bent and you'll just be resting the bottom half of your legs on the chair or on the bed. Just finding whatever is comfortable for you here. It's a very restorative pose. Great for tired, achy legs if you suffer from varicose veins. If you suffer from chronic pain, fibromyalgia. Very restorative at the end of the day. Legs up the wall, as I say, is reducing everything. Everything starts to lower. Blood pressure, heart rate, pulse rate. So this is getting us into the right state for sleep. It's going to be supporting our sleep. So finding the right position for you. Arms away from the body or arms wide, or that self-holding position, forehead, chest and tummy. Whatever is comfortable for you. And this is now sending a signal to the brain that you are ready to sleep. You're winding down for sleep. This could become part of your bedtime routine, your sleep hygiene routine. 10 minutes of this, 10 minutes of legs up the wall before bed. This is also great for restless legs. Regulates emotion. Can relieve an achy back, your neck, shoulders. Quite helpful for cramps, relieving cramps, tired legs. And just come out of this pose at any point that it feels uncomfortable by just walking your feet down the wall and bringing your feet to the floor. And while you're here, you might want to think about an eye mask. Anything that you find soothing, relaxing. Anything that helps send the signal to the brain that we're preparing to sleep. So arms away from the body or the self-holding position. Feeling the back of the head heavy now on the mat or on the pillow. Notice where your back is making contact with the floor underneath it. Just take a deep breath here. And as you exhale, soften the face, relax the jaw. And as you breathe in and breathe out, imagine your back melting into the floor. And on your next in-breath, sending your breath into the belly inflating on the in-breath and softening on the out-breath. Breathing into the waist, expanding the sides of the body. Breathing into the belly. Just allow your back to soften. Aware of any tension in the neck or shoulders. Just gently rock your head from side to side to release any tension here. Asking your body to relax, giving your body permission. Relax, relax, relax. Slowing the breath down. Sending the breath into the belly. Belly gently inflating on the in-breath. Bringing to mind now a place in nature, a place you know in nature that you enjoy spending time in, where you feel calm, peaceful, free. Perhaps somewhere surrounded by trees, open meadows, or somewhere by water. Bringing that place very vividly to mind now. If you can, imagining you're hugging a tree, or you're walking barefoot in the grass or on sand. Or your feet, legs or whole body is immersed in water. Feeling calmer, grounded and more connected. Just seeing if you can slow that breath down any further. Soft, gentle breaths. Aware of any tension in the body. Breathing into that area on the in-breath. Releasing, letting go on the out-breath. Belly breathing. Softening. Bringing to mind a place in nature. All of this sending the signal to the brain that we're ready to sleep. And when you're ready, you'll be walking your feet down the wall, hugging your knees into your chest, and gently rolling onto your side to very slowly, gently come out of this position. But give yourself a good 10 minutes here every night before bedtime.